Hey guys, it's me Nas, and welcome to episode 2 of the review of SmackDown. So, this is the thing that happened during the beginning. We got Cody Rhodes getting booed, unlike for Drew, who's getting cheered by the Berlin crowd. And it's kind of insane that people want Drew as the new champ because, let's face it, Cody's reign as champ wasn't that alright during the second time, but good thing that people stood by for Drew at this moment. And we start off where I'm not gonna discuss as much of the details, but anywho, Randy cutting a promo interrupted by Trick, and then The Miz interferes and gets RKO again. The crowd though did not cheer for Trick. Did not cheer. They did not cheer a lot of that Trick because for some reason I think they don't like Trick, and it's kind of a bit odd because he's kind of popular, but maybe they don't like a guy who's cocky, or maybe for some reason, if I'm not trying to tell this regardless, maybe they don't like anyone who has the color of the skin, but hopefully that this is what WWE vision for Trick, not to get cheered a lot, but of course in the US crowd he will get the most cheers, but we will wait by the time when Trick and all of WWE will go back to the States. We will start first with the first match. Trick Williams versus Ray Phoenix. Trick wins and the crowd did not cheer him enough, which is kind of crazy. But it was an okay or alright of a match. Then we got the second match, Julia, who is the champion, versus Alexa Bliss. It was already announced that this was the U.S. Women's Championship match. Julia retains, of course, and it was alright. Thank goodness that it was also announced as well that we will get a free commercial for Cody versus Drew match. Then we get to the third match, which, first of all, nobody wants this match for some reason. MFTs versus the Wyatt 6 match. MFTs wins it, sorry. But it was alright. The crowd was definitely alive for a bit during the time when Eric Rowan gets the hot tag. But to be honest, looking back for the first three matches, it's so predictable because you got three heels to win the match. And the thing is that looking back, once it happens this way, it's a bit worrisome because we don't know if Drew is gonna win because he's the heel, and you got three heels winning. But of course, we already know the results after that. We get to the fourth match, which is a match that was added in, and it's too quick. Where Abba Fire versus Jordan Grace, and the thing is that when Jordan Grace wins, this is her debut match. It was meh. Still good for her debut though. And then the next one, we get to the fifth match, which is Carmelo Hayes versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which is the US Open Challenge. It was a good match. Melo retains once again. And it was one of those matches that I thought that Melo did get hurt. Of course, like they're trying to sell the move or sell their part of their body to make sure that they get hurt. But the thing is about it, I thought he was legitimately hurt because, of course, like facing Shinsuke was a bit of a challenge. And then afterwards, Nick Aldis announced that we will have a WWE Championship tournament, or most likely the number one contender to face Drew, who is the champion at the Royal Rumble. And whoever wins the tournament for next week's show and beyond will compete in Saturday's night main event, a fatal four-way type of match. The winner will face against Drew at the Royal Rumble. It's kind of odd that this is a six-match format that WWE gave, which is very rarely because most of the time they gave 4 to 5 matches. But the next match, or the last match, the main event, which is Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes, 3 stages of hell. Now, here's the thing. The first stage, which is a regular match, it was too quick, but Drew beat Cody. And it's so odd because there are some people who chat Cody sucks, which is insane that they don't want Cody to win. Second stage, we all know that Cody's gonna win because it was a false count anywhere match and it was alright. It's way better to tie the fall. And of course that table spot, Cody jumping using a splash to the crowd, to to the table on Drew, that was like a good moment to add in. And then added with the crossroads, which that is also um a good move to end the second fall or second stage. The third stage was the steel cage, and the thing is this is a good stipulation because yes, neither man has gave it everything they got. It's kind of crazy that one claymore in the first stage Cody kick out, and then you got basically a steel cage that they kick out multiple moves of finishers and the biggest spots. But the thing is this, because during the later parts of the minutes of this third stage, Drew is going out to the door of the steel cage, but people were cheering because there's someone is going to interfere, and that was Jacob Fatu. Now, throughout the past, Drew has been screwed a couple times by individuals, but this is the moment that we've been waiting for where we'll get answers. Is it Drew the one that attacked Cody? But we all know that WWE likes to play this type of part that they book where it's not the actual person that we thought. Who knows? It could be someone else. Or did Jacob come back? Is he a heel now or somewhat? Because he's still a babyface during his time when he was, you know, in the company before he was taken out because of the injury. So who knows? And then this is the thing. Because not only that Jacob beat up Drew before he go outside, Cody comes in and then gets the beating that Jacob is gonna beat him because for some reason, Cody tells Jacob that I'll be the one to put an end to Drew, but of course it was like one of those things that he catch himself in the action by stopping Jacob, and then what happened? Cody gets the beat ups, but Drew somehow managed to crawl to escape, which that is a good way to end, especially for a heel to win the WWE Championship. And Drew is now your WWE Champion because, for the most of the times he got screwed, now he finally, escapes to be champ. There's a stare down between Jacob and Drew. I do feel that maybe Jacob wanted something, or maybe there's still a lot of speculation. Where is it true that is it The Rock that asked Jacob to take out Cody, or what, or who knows? But still, most people were gonna think, oh, it's Drew the one that took out Jacob. But what if it could be someone else? That's why this is a moment where we finally have a new champ, and people are happy. I'm also happy for Drew because finally he can be a champion in front of a crowd and hold the champion for the next few hours or minutes because of course the last time that he was a champ he lost in less than 5 minutes. That was the cash in, I think, against Damon Priest, and that was back in 2024, almost 2 years. But still, overall, the US Open Challenge and the main event is the best thing to watch on SmackDown, and that's all she wrote. Obviously, I kind of felt like, the three stages of hell is a good way to put in this championship match, and I'm very happy that Drew finally won something. Carmelo versus Shinsuke is another good one, and that's basically it. Like last week was way better than what we have now. The only thing that's good now is because of the main event and the US Open Challenge. And it's kind of a bit similar to last week as well. The US Open Challenge between Carmelo and Gargano versus, and then the okay, sorry. And then the main event, which is the ambulance match, that was also good. So, yeah, if I could recommend you guys to watch for the US Open Challenge, and the main event. That is the only two matches that carried the show. The rest is like, it's alright, and some is meh, but it is what it is. And that's all I can, give this review. So all I can say, guys, is that thank you for watching. We'll see each other in episode 3. And again, this is just a short review, so I hope you know, understood. I can't make this a bit longer. So once again, thank you for watching. We'll see each other in the next episode for episode 3. Peace.